Hi, hello there. My name is Eunice Njeri. This is Hustles Zetu. Today's segment is a winning brand segment. We are interviewing a property guru based in Njoro in Nakuru County, and we shall be talking to him about opportunities in real estate. Karibu sana, and kindly introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is John Ndehi, the CEO of Mchanga Tamu Properties Limited, a real estate company based in Nakuru County and expanding operations to Nyandarua County.
Wow. Karibu sana, Bwana Njehi.
Thank you.
So tell us, how did you get into the real estate or the property sector? What led you into that?
What I would say is that when I was in formal employment, I used to follow up on real estate journals. I used to watch the property show at TV. And I kept asking myself, like, after I'm done with my contract, because I was a 5-year contract employment, I used to ask myself, what next?
What next?
Just in case I don't get a renewal for the contract.
Oh yeah, true.
And I kept telling myself, like, I would want to venture in real estate and maybe start something of my own. Which, before I got to start, I really had to do a lot of research.
Okay.
And I decided I would not want to start up a new brand. So I partnered with my colleague, a friend who was already in the business.
Okay.
So the company, Mchanga Tamu Properties, was there before. So I joined in an already existing business. So I partnered with my colleague, so we had the shareholding shared between us.
Okay.
And we decided to go big because by then he was just operating as a small company.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. So you've said that you started research. How old is this Mchanga Tamu Properties?
Yeah, we're doing our 7th year.
7th year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been in the industry for the last 7 years. And I can say like the whole journey has been not very easy.
Not very easy.
Yeah, because real estate, it's a challenging field that requires a lot of persistence, resilience, and patience.
Okay.
More to that is patience, because of the challenges that are in that field.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you see, or what do you think? What changes have happened over time? If you look at a decade ago, property then and property now, what do you think has changed?
A lot has changed, and maybe I'll talk about now the digital era.
The digital era.
Yeah, like 10 years ago, we didn't have like property companies advertising their products on Facebook and social platforms. But right now, you look like all the companies today, if you're not on social media or all the social platforms, then you're not in business.
You're at least some of them, that is.
Yeah, most of them.
Most of them.
Most of them, yes. And again, if you look at 10 years back, we didn't have the property developers as we have today.
Okay.
Like right now, today, if you want to build your house, you don't have to start looking for a foreman and then every day he's on your phone day and night. Nowadays, like, we even have small scale property developers.
Okay.
People who can actually like
build a unit,
just a unit,
Okay.
Unlike like some years back, you will not get a contractor who just build your single unit.
Okay.
And again, people have gone into the gated community setup. Like nowadays, you find like people are living like a community.
Yeah, true.
So there are so many property developers and real estate firms and companies that are redefining the way people should live.
Okay.
Find like we have so many mansionettes and bungalows built together, all social amenities put, and people now are going that direction instead of thinking of buying a plot and just building a single unit. You want to buy a already built house.
Okay.
Then 10 years ago, people were trying, but nowadays, like, it's becoming the trend.
It's becoming the trend. So how do you think the digitalization of our economy, the digital era, has helped somebody looking for land? How is it easy? Has it become for somebody to get land? Let's say if somebody in Kilifi looking for a place to lease in Njoro, Nakuru, how has that helped the players in the market,
what
the
I would
property
say,
developers?
nowadays everyone has a smartphone.
Yeah.
And all you need is just to log into internet through it, just put up some bundles, and now you can access all the information that is there. Yeah? So it is very easy to reach people.
Yeah.
You're able to reach people just on the comfort of their homes. Sometimes also, even for us, it has made it so easy for us to say exactly what we are selling and what we have.
Yeah, true.
Without necessarily having to elect billboards like it used to be before.
Yeah. So
Nowadays,
it's cheaper in terms of costs.
yeah, it's very
now.
cheap and very cost effective. The only challenge would be like we have so many fraudsters online.
Oh yeah.
So you find like people will want first to build trust with you. Somebody will follow you for a whole year, 2 years, 3 years. Then one day they'll definitely call you after building that trust. So it is one of the easiest way to make people understand or get to know properties that you're selling. But again, also a very slow one in terms of engagement. Because people have to really do a background check before they trust whatever you're selling.
And I think that has been brought about by the, we've had fiascos and dramas of a company, a real estate company, their names I don't want to mention, where people pay and there's actually they're buying air.
Yeah, those cases have been there. They've been even in the news. I know there are also some cases in court. So that's why I say it is all a matter of trust. Somebody would want to follow you for a quite period of time. They want to see the consistency. They want to see like all the properties that you're posting on a daily basis. They see the resilience in what you're doing.
Okay.
They know you're not just in this just because it's social media for fun.
Yeah, true.
They know like this is real.
That is real.
Again, apart now from being on social media, so we have a physical location, a physical office, where somebody would now would want to confirm the information that you're posting on social media.
Is actually legit.
Yeah, they would want to come and see this office. We talk about Mchanga Tamu properties. Limited, we're saying you're based in Njoro town.
Yeah, true.
If I talk about KK House first floor, somebody would really want to come and like actually
verify.
Find you.
Exactly, true. Yes. Okay. So there are many youth today jobless. What opportunities do you think the youth can be able to take in the whole ecosystem, from selling land, building houses, selling houses? What opportunities are there for the youth today?
What I would say is that when it comes to the youth and the digital era we have today, one, they have a lot of energy. I look at the social platforms. We have so many young people using their energy for fun, on TikTok, on Facebook. But if that energy was converted
into something
valuable, I want to believe they can use that time. They can use that time maybe to convert that energy into something that can
pay them.
Can make money for them. But you find like most of the youths, especially this industry being an industry that requires a lot of patience, so most of the youths will not have that patience. So if you are a youth out there and you are interested in joining real estate, one virtue that you have, you should have as number one is patience.
Okay.
And honesty.
Honesty and patience for real estate, and very key. True.
Yeah, because we as real estate agents, what I would say is that we sell trust.
Okay.
Yeah. The information I'm giving you is purely based on trust.
Yeah.
So if you're out there as a youth, maybe what I would say is that the youth out there, the energy they have, they can convert the same energy they use on social media for other fun activities. They can convert that energy and maybe start ventures that can earn them something.
Okay.
Yeah. And basically, I wouldn't say like just on social media, but we also have other platforms where people like would want to maybe know about properties. So like we have these exhibitions, we have the expos. Sometimes we have even the ASK shows. There's so many areas where people can interact and get to know what are the opportunities maybe in Nakuru or in Ndehi County. And the one way I've said is social media. We have those expos, so the youths can be engaged in this, and those who have an interest, then they earn from the real estate.
Okay.
But for someone who doesn't have an interest, it's a field where you cannot force someone to work because, as I said, to be patient, it has to come from you.
Exactly.
You can't force it.
You cannot force it.
Yes.
Wow. So you need a lot of grace for
a lot of grace. Yeah. Like I remember, like when I joined the field, after formal employment. The first 8 months, we never sold any property.
Wow. Did
I
you
never
ever
made
think
any
of
sale.
getting back to employment?
No, I didn't get to that point, but I always kept telling myself, John, keep doing this. Until you reach a point where you make the first sale and you feel like, oh, this thing is paying. Yeah?
Wow.
It's something that I can do. Once you make the second sale, the third sale, now it becomes like a norm.
Okay.
Carry on.
Okay. Okay. So I have been following Mchanga Tamu properties on social media. And the one thing I've noted which stands out from many property companies I've seen is that you sell large chunks of land, like farming land. Why did you choose to go into that direction, and how does it make you stand out from the other players in the market?
One thing I would say is this. When I joined the field, I got involved in a business that we were selling 10,000 acres of a tea factory.
Okay.
Tea plantation, yes.
Yeah. Plantation.
Yes, a tea plantation. Now, with the factories and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
So what happened is that we used to move from Nakuru to Nairobi. We were taken to Kericho, Sotik, all that. And there was a lot of scanty information.
A lot of scanty information.
Yeah, nobody actually knew what you were doing. Personally, I would say I didn't know exactly what you were doing.
You were doing,
Because I would meet with people who have no information. And they claim to have the information.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah? So you end up taking a lot of tea in different hotels in Nairobi.
And wasting a lot of time.
So I used to call them tea parties. Yeah? Where we meet a group of agents, like 10, 20 of them, and nobody has information. So when I sat back, that business never went through. So when I sat back, I wanted to evaluate and know exactly what went wrong.
Yeah, true.
And what I found out is that there was a missing link between the property owners, somebody who give you the correct information, or maybe their legal representation. Somebody who actually tell you we are selling this land or not. And if you are selling this land, this is what is expected or required from you. See?
Yeah, true.
So I thought like there was an opportunity to try and venture into those big plantations and all those large farms. And one thing is to actually visit the site.
Visit the site.
Yes.
First,
go to the land. Mchanga.
Yeah.
Then actually get the correct paperwork.
Yeah.
Get to know the acreage. Get to know like how many, what kind of documents are available. And talk about like the title deeds, the lease, freehold.
Yeah.
That information that whoever wants to buy would want to know. Then also find out about the community around. What kind of usage maybe the land maybe can be used for.
Exactly.
Yeah?
So true.
So that the moment you post it on your social platforms or on our website, we are able to, like whoever will call, we're able to give correct information.
And correct, accurate,
and accurate
exactly,
information.
True.
Because most of the property agents, what they do is that they'll just copy paste. They just copy paste from somebody's wall. They post it on their Facebook page. They have no clear details. They even don't have the consent even from the page owner.
Yeah, true.
So they just copy paste and they post. The moment you call them and you ask them, okay, I want to view this land, I want to know more details about it.
They don't even know.
They don't have any information. Yeah?
True.
So I saw that as an opportunity. That's why, like most of the investors who come to us, they would do me an email, they would ask me questions about regarding a property. They would tell me, I want land based on this criteria.
Yeah, true.
Based on this budget, around this area, a certain altitude. They give you the specifications of the land.
Okay.
Because one thing they know is that once you've given that assignment, what happens is that we get to the ground to actually find out the information for them before wasting their time to come and view or to come and go for site visit for something that we have not verified.
Exactly. Wow, it's very interesting when I listen to that, and I have a friend of mine who sells land, and he lost a very huge deal. The lawyer did not do due diligence in terms of like the size of the land, how is this process from now? Once you, let's say you go to Kericho, how long does it take for somebody to actually like now get the actual accurate information for you to be able now to put something online for us to see? How is that process like in terms of?
One thing I'll say about that, it all depends with the nature of property that you're dealing with.
Yeah.
For example, if you're just dealing with a plot, to get information is
easy.
ASAP, yeah?
So it's easier to sell a plot than land.
It is easy, of course, yes.
Okay.
The people who are can afford plots are more than the people who can afford to buy 100 acres or 1,000 acres. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you talk about those huge, big parcels of land. The target market is not even Kenyans, most of them. It's foreigners.
Oh, nice.
Because these are large-scale farmers.
Yeah, true.
And you see, for large-scale farmers, those are not the people you just find
on the streets.
Yeah, you have to have built a serious and recommendable profile. So, for you to answer your question, for you to get information regarding a parcel of land, one, I've said it's all about the size. The next thing, it's all about the willingness of whoever is giving that information. If, for example, the owner of the land would not want to involve agents, selling that property, they will be a bit they will not give you the information.
Yeah, true.
And you'll be dismissed. There are so many, like, now those are the challenges when you're doing that research.
Okay.
So what happens is that the moment you've been assigned to look for land, you have to get that sourcing letter.
The sourcing letter.
Yes.
Okay.
The sourcing letter from now the investor gives you now the criteria of what the specifications of what the client wants.
Okay.
So what happens is that is the guide. It's what
that
guides
you will
you.
use.
Yes.
Okay.
It's what guides you, depending on all the conditions that have been set. Because if somebody just told you, I want 1,000 acres, and you know of a parcel of 1,000 acres being sold, what else?
Wow.
They need to make you understand. I want 1,000 acres, maybe to do ranching for horticulture.
True.
I want to do dairy farming.
Yeah.
They give you those specifications. Now that dictates the timeline of how long it will take to get that information.
And then I think also with this information, you're able to tell that this area is great or good enough for if it is horticulture production that they want to do in that area.
Yeah, so as I'm putting it, it all depends with the demands of the client.
Okay.
So if the client gives you a very good guide, you are likely even to finish the task very easy.
Wow.
Depending again on the collaboration with the person who is selling that land.
Okay.
Yes.
So who are these people who dispose huge chunks of land in Kenya? Because everybody is looking for a capice these days.
Mchanga.
Okay.
Most of these parcels, the huge chunks of land, I won't say they have been acquired yesterday. Yeah?
Oh, okay.
Those are people who bought land when Kenya was
during the struggle,
transitioning from the colonial period now to independence.
Yeah.
I want to believe like that time, not many people who knew the value of land.
Oh.
Many people didn't
because
understand,
nowadays
like,
getting a plot of land is like, you know, yeah, true.
Those many years ago, like to get a parcel of land was not a very big challenge. It was very cheap.
It was very cheap. Yeah,
so
true.
Most people, those who understood the value, at that point they got themselves very huge chunks of land.
Okay.
Yeah. As opposed to today. So today, if you want to buy 1,000 acres in Kenya, you can be sure it's a big deal. Yeah.
It's
because you have to part with a lot of money now that people understand the value of land.
Of land, yeah.
And that's why everyone is like fighting to get a small portion of 50 by 100. Because everyone now understands like land is a valuable item that you should have.
It is
and
true.
A great investment that you should do. Yes.
So between now that plot 50 by 100, 100 by 100 and these huge chunks of land, where is there money?
Definitely. I would say if you're involved in a business where you're transacting like 200 million shillings, and you're involved in a business where you're transacting 500,000,
500, 450.
definitely you get the answer automatically.
Yeah.
Now the difference comes in to get those investors who are ready to get in that business or to buy those chunks of land.
Because it could take much longer than
it will take
selling
much
this
longer.
to 50 by 100s.
A 50 by 100 plot, those are things that we dispose almost maybe on a daily basis. Yeah.
Okay.
But to sell 500 acres, that might take you a year, 2 or 3.
Oh, okay. Yes. Wow, true.
So
tell us.
So we do the business. We sell all. We sell plots, we sell medium-sized land, we sell large scale, because they support each other.
Yeah, true.
The only way you're able to run an office is by selling those plots. Those are quick incomes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Medium-sized parcels of land.
Yeah, true.
They work together. You cannot say like you'll be stuck on selling large parcels of land and wait for 3 years. How do you run the office?
And you have to eat and family and other obligations that must be met. So tell us a little about Njoro, land in Njoro, and why you decided to venture into or to establish yourself in Njoro, precisely.
Maybe I would say this. When I was on formal employment, after moving around the country, I found myself posted in Njoro. Okay. Njoro town.
Yeah.
There I established a lot of contacts. I had like my contact base with like serious people. I would call them serious, like serious investors. Yeah?
Okay.
So it was very easy for me now to start something there.
From there.
Yes, and as I said, Mchanga Tamu Properties was a company that was already in existence.
Or had it already been established and set up in Njoro?
No.
Okay.
We moved into Njoro.
Okay.
It was established and set up in Elbagon Town.
Okay.
Elbagon Town is just the neighboring town to Njoro.
Okay.
Then now we moved it to Njoro Town and made it bigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't move to large scale. So I'd say it's a matter of the contacts that you have.
Okay.
Where you have already established yourself. You build confidence in people such that even if you move to something else, something new, they're able to relate with the kind of person you are. Okay. They're able to buy from you, they have the confidence. So that's why we are based in Njoro Town, hoping to move into the city very soon.
You should come to the city.
Yeah, you should come to the city soon. And God willing, that's the plans we have. Those are the plans that we have.
Okay.
I would say, talking about Njoro, I would say it's more of an agricultural town.
Yeah, true. Farming. There's a lot of maize,
farming is the main thing there. And,
so there's a lot of land leasing that you do as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Currently, we're venturing into land leasing. Previously, we were not that much involved, but now we have started a new product of leasing properties, leasing land.
For agricultural use?
Yeah, agricultural land. And not just based in Njoro, not just in Njoro alone, but also the neighboring areas like Molo. We're also doing it in Naro, doing it in Ndarua, in Naivasha. Like generally, we are approaching the lease business.
The lease
based
business
on demand.
On demand, okay.
Yes. If you called me today and you said you wanted a lease of 10 acres or 30 acres, 100 acres, 200 acres, it all now depends with where exactly and what
do you want. Exactly, and what do you want to
then
do?
From there, I'm able to establish through my contacts how we do the business.
Okay. So what other services do you offer at Mchanga Tamu Properties?
Yes, in Mchanga Tamu Properties, we have two main services. That is buying land.
Buying land, okay.
We buy land and we sell land. And the other product that we have is survey services.
Survey services.
Yes, we have a licensed surveyor who works with us.
Okay.
And I'm happy to say in the previous Nakuru County Awards, he was the best surveyor.
Ah, nice.
His name is Surveyor Njogu. He was awarded the best surveyor.
Okay, nice.
So we work with him for professional survey services because again, that is where people go wrong.
Yeah, true.
If you get it wrong at survey, you get it wrong all through.
Yeah, true.
So we offer survey services and going back to buying and selling,
Yeah.
when I talk about buying, I mean we can buy on your behalf, assist you to do the due diligence.
Okay.
So that during the process of acquiring property or buying property, we make sure that you have followed the right steps.
Okay.
We do the due diligence part for you to make sure that you're buying a property that has no issues.
Okay.
Because that is again where people go wrong.
Could you maybe in a minute explain the whole, I come to you to Mchanga Tamu, I am looking for something. That process, due diligence, what are you specifically looking for?
When I talk about due diligence, I want to take an example of 1 acre parcel of land.
Yeah.
You want to buy a parcel of land somewhere at the top of Gilgil.
Yeah, true.
1 acre, you've already gone to the place. You've established the ground, you have visited, and you're comfortable buying. So the first thing that we ask for is the paperwork, the documents,
The paperwork, yeah, true.
ownership documents of that land, so that we are able now to identify or confirm who is the owner.
Yeah, true.
So when we're going to conduct a search, land search, what we're going through the search, what we're trying to establish is to confirm whether the documents that you have provided to our client are the same records with the Ministry of Lands.
Yeah.
Once we confirm that, also would want to dig deep and get to know whether are you the first owner of this land, are you the second owner, how has the transfers been done?
Yeah, true.
Because you find like sometimes during registration of title deeds, some stages are skipped, and then maybe in future, especially when you want to secure a loan with the same property,
They have to also.
when the bank goes now to do their due diligence, they get that deep and they find some loopholes in.
That's
And
grounds for denying a
and
facility.
when you've already bought the property, now if it has mistake, it's like you've inherited a problem
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay.
from someone
Interesting.
else.
Yeah,
That's
true.
why it's important, like, to involve a professional real estate agent
Yeah, true.
who can take you through those stages. We establish like the boundaries. You don't want to buy a property that has boundary issues. Before you buy from me, I should have sorted out my issues with the neighbors,
Yeah, very true. Yeah.
so that you don't inherit that problem. And the good thing with that, like sorting out the demarcation or boundaries,
Okay. Okay.
is because these people you already have a relationship.
With already.
You the seller, you
Now-
already have the relationship with your neighbors.
Yeah, true.
Kama ni mipaka watu wanakuwa wakijuaga inakuwaga hapa.
Ni kweli. Ni
Unaona?
kweli.
But
I've
now
seen
with a
that,
new
yeah.
person, even the neighbor is likely to take advantage of
Yeah.
this new person because
yeah.
they don't understand.
Hawajui.
And
Yeah.
one way just to confirm that the boundaries are okay are the beacons. So you buy a property that has properly placed beacons,
Okay. Okay.
and you see them physically. Sili ya kuambiwa inakuwaga hapa. Yeah. Make sure that you're able to spot all the four corners.
Sounds like it's quite a tedious process, isn't it?
Not tedious when you get used to it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But when you do it as
As now me, the
as
person
you,
buying.
when especially when doing it for the first time, you might actually even not realize that some beacons are missing.
And that's where people get conned.
That's why people get conned, and that's why people start cases when you don't have your boundaries well demarcated.
Wow.
Yes.
And
So
that
what
is-
we do is like we try to, when you contract us to do a due diligence for you, we try to make sure that everything before you place your money, before you get into an agreement,
Yeah.
we make sure that all that has been checked and we certify that everything is okay. Now we can go ahead and ask you to make a payment or get into a formal agreement.
Wow, I see why trust is really important when you're dealing with land. So in one more minute, as you close, look at the camera, let people know where they can find Mchanga Tamu properties and give them their your company number, and we shall be closing this show.
Okay, thank you. As I said, my name is John Njenga Ndehi, the CEO of Mchanga Tamu Properties Limited. And we're based in Joro Town, KK House, first floor room number 1. KK House is just at the heart of Joro Town, where people generally call the place Joro Posta. If you're at Joro Posta and you ask KK House or Mchanga Tamu Properties, definitely somebody will lead you to our office. If you would want to contact us, you can reach us on Facebook at Mchanga Tamu Properties Limited. That's our official Facebook page. You can also reach me on my Facebook account, that is John Ndehi and John Ndehi JN as my official pages. And also you can call us on 0728 132 135 or 0722 505 0722 585 505. Thank you for listening.
Wow, thank you so much, Bwana Ndehi, CEO Mchanga Tamu Properties based in Njoro. We hope that you have enjoyed watching this show, a winning brand segment on opportunities that are available in the real estate sector, and especially for the youth. What can you do in the whole ecosystem of buying, selling, construction, and real estate? There are many opportunities only if you're patient enough and honest enough, and if you can be able to build a culture of trust for you to be able to establish yourself in this very highly rewarding sector. Thank you once again for watching. My name is Eunice Njeri, and this is Hustles Zetu. Bye-bye.